Representing the 9/11 families for a secure America. He's got a cool little game. It's called the Illegal Immigration Game. IllegalImmigrationGame.com. It's a card game. Can you drink while you're doing it? All right, sold. There it is. Please welcome Peter Gadiel to the podium. Thank you, sir.
I just wanted to assure all of
You got to heat up that mic.
Is that better? Okay. Just wanted to assure all of you that none of the speakers here today has been offered a bribe by the administration in order to keep quiet about illegal immigration, because none of these speakers can be bribed. That's how they do it in Chicago. When they can't buy you, they intimidate you. With Bill Ayers, it's throwing bombs. With his friend Obama, it's getting his toadies in the media, like Joe Klein, to call us seditious. Well, I've got one message. Let me paraphrase Patrick Henry, who said, in effect, if this be sedition, make the most of it. I'm here because I want to support Senator Pierce, Governor Brewer, Sheriff Arpaio, and the rest of the people in this state who have the courage to enforce immigration law. We don't want any more criminals in our country coming from overseas and across our borders. Every illegal alien is a criminal. Every illegal alien is a person who has broken our laws by sneaking into our country. He is a person who breaks our law by conspiring with employers to take a job that an American can do. Now, according to La Raza and John McCain, illegal aliens aren't illegal, they are undocumented. But what an undocumented person is a person whose identity is unknown and unknowable. So any illegal alien can be a violent felon or a terrorist. And no one can distinguish the most dangerous illegal aliens from the illegal aliens who are, well, just plain old criminals. The pro-amnesty mob says, well, illegal aliens should be allowed to reunite with their families. And we're quite in favor of reunification in the countries from which they came before they violated our laws. Now, speaking of family reunification, and this brings me to a very difficult subject, but speaking of family reunification, I lead a group called 9/11 Families for a Secure America. All of our members are people who lost loved ones in the 9/11 attacks or lost loved ones to murders and other crimes committed by illegal aliens. All of these people, including my beloved son Jamie, were murdered, were taken from us because politicians like John McCain refused to secure our borders. Now, the illegal aliens make a big deal about reunification of families, but I was not voluntarily taken apart from my son. This was not a voluntary decision on my part. This was involuntary. And unlike illegal aliens, me and the members of my group don't have a choice. And we cannot reunite with our family members because they have been taken from us. They have been murdered by illegal aliens. We are separated from our family members, not by choice, and for all eternity. I will never have my son back. I cannot cross a border to another country and greet my son. He is gone from me forever. Like Angie Morphin, like thousands of others in this country. Illegal immigration has a horrific cost. It is not a victimless crime. The greedy people who want amnesty for 20 million illegal aliens represent employers who want cheap labor. They represent church leaders who want more people in the pews. They represent politicians who want to change the electorate of this country because they're not satisfied with the current electorate. They promised us that only 13 million people will get amnesty this time, but in '86 they told us 1 million would be eligible, and 3.5 million got amnesty because of incompetence and fraud. Now, I've been cut short here, and I know it's real hot, so I just want to raise one more point, and that is this. We're called Nazis, white supremacists. Look at the people who are speaking today. Black, white, brown. This is the American dream of immigration, of integration and assimilation, as far as Nazis are concerned. My parents were born in the early 20th century in Germany. In the 30s, they were both outspoken against the totalitarian parties of the Nazis and the Communists. In 1939, in violation of Nazi race laws, my Jewish father and my Protestant mother were married. They fled the Nazis, first from Germany, and then when the Germans invaded France, they fled from there. They were separated by the war for several years. My father wound up as a refugee in this country in 1941 alone, classified by the State Department as a stateless person. In his passport, stamped by the Nazis, was a big red J for Jew. Now, he told me that when as soon as he got off the boat in Philadelphia, he was taken into custody by the INS and the FBI, interned and questioned very thoroughly, including by a German-born psychiatrist, to make sure he was telling the truth and that he wasn't a German spy. And I asked him later in life, Dad, were you offended that after everything you had done as far as opposing Nazis and violating their laws, that you would be interned by the FBI the minute you got here? He said, no. He said, I was glad. He said, I came to America to be safe. I didn't want Nazi spies in this country any more than Franklin Roosevelt did. I was glad that they were careful with me, and I wanted them to be careful with everybody. The terrible irony in my family is that my son was killed because this country abandoned the procedures which existed in my father's time to make sure that people who came to this country weren't here to do us harm. People have talked about a memorial, and there's a memorial here for the 9/11 victims. The real memorial for those who have been killed is restoration of sanity into our immigration system. Do not forget that in '86, a number of those who were amnestied later went on to perpetrate the first attack on the World Trade Center and other crimes. We don't know how many Americans died as a result of the '86 amnesty, but we do know that Americans died. The result is clear. Amnesty kills. Amnesty kills. And the people here today, me and you and all of us, are here because we want to keep immigration safe and legal. Please, do not forget. Amnesty has killed in the past, it will kill again. Keep immigration safe and legal, and build a true memorial to all those people who have been murdered by illegal aliens by restoring sanity to our immigration system. Thank you.